Probably the best part of the Get School Tour is the message that it delivers to the students. We initially thought that the issue that we were addressing from the Get School Tour was our bullying issue. And so it was important to us to make sure that our students understand that we don't support any type of bullying whatsoever, and that we want to make sure that they know the norm is not to bully. So the best part of the Get School Tour for us was the fact that the message that is delivered to the students is on their level. It's loud, it's boisterous, it's exciting, it's engaging. It does everything that we want to do in the classroom, but we don't have the resources. And the kids respond. There's active engagement because they're responding to questions periodically throughout the presentation, and that gives us the opportunity to gather the data that we need. And sometimes we make discoveries that we don't even expect. Even if a student doesn't have a device, it's the message itself. A number of students who didn't have devices the day of the Get School Tour presentation have still come up to talk to me about some of the questions and said, Mr. Hissong, if I had a chance, I would have answered the following. And it's interesting because some of the answers that pop up are real. I mean, they're authentic. It's real time. It's how they feel. It's the emotions that they're having at that moment in time. And for even the students who don't have those devices and are able to share, for a couple of the presentations, I was right there among the students sitting in the stands. They were giving their friends input on how they should answer because they wanted that data to be real and authentic as well. And as they were looking over their friends' shoulders, no, you need to say this. And the good thing is it's not a joking situation. They're not trying to be funny. They're being honest. And that's the neatest thing of all. Coming from a building where I've experienced students who have taken their lives, it's difficult. I mean, it's absolutely scary. And the worst thing you want to do is create a situation where maybe other students want to model their behavior based upon, well, look at the attention that student got. They took their life. The Get School Tour is not about supporting or encouraging any part of that action. It's actually teaching, guiding students to go in the opposite direction. It's helping students understand that they're not alone. It's helping students understand that there are resources out there that are available to them, a phone call away, a text message away, an email away. There are people who care about them. There are people who have hope for them and want to help them either cope with the issue, resolve the issue, guide them through a different decision-making process, but they're there for them. And until they see the Get School Tour, they don't see the bigger picture of, hey, wait, there's a great big world out there of people who really do care about me and support me and value me. And that's why I think this Get School Tour was important for our students. And that's why I think it doesn't in any way support, encourage additional teens commit suicide. It actually moves it in the opposite direction. Probably the greatest feedback that happened for our faculty was the follow-up conversation after the presentation is done. Several of the staff members came in. They were a part of the supervision. They were a part of witnessing the actual Get School Tour presentation. So for them, we saw the data flash up. We saw the instant responses, but we didn't see the bigger picture. So the follow-up conversation really brought light to some of the issues that, you kind of look over. You see 190 to 220 kids a day. You think but do you really know? When we went into that presentation, we honestly thought that when the students asked, what is the biggest issue in our school? We thought we had a pretty good idea what that issue was. It wasn't until the data came back that we realized that wasn't the issue that we had at all. It was something completely different. And so for us, that was a real aha moment of, hey, we thought we needed to address this, but in reality, this is what we need to address. So what resources can we locate? What resources can we find that will support that issue? Another really good point for our faculty was the fact that when you see the data all combined, and then you're able to compare that data to all the other schools who participate in the Get School Tour, that is a great resource, because when you just see your own data, okay, that's the way our kids responded. But now when you compare it to all the other students who have responded to those questions, that's powerful, because for the first time they can see, hey, wait a minute, our kids are different. Oh, wow, I didn't realize that. And there was a lot of conversation after the meeting. There are still conversations going on in the hallways. As a matter of fact, part of that data and part of those conversations will drive some of our decision-making this summer as we begin to plan for next school year. I understand and I appreciate that the Get School Tour came just a year ago, and people say, oh, it's the same show. It's not. It's not. It's a different group of kids. It's a different setting. Students mature. Students grow. their perceptions change, their understandings of the world change. Each year, the presentation looks different and feels different because they're maturing. We're talking about teenagers. We're talking about young women and young men who are going through different experiences each and every day. I will have the Get School Tour every year because it's that valuable to our kids, because each year they answer those questions. They may answer them differently. If they answer them the same way every year, okay, then we need to do a better job of responding to their concerns. We need to do a better job of addressing their issues. But each year, we hope that those issues, we hope that those answers will change and evolve so that we can continue to address the needs that they have, and so that we can find the resources that they need so that they understand how important and valuable they are to us. And the Get School Tour brings that information to light. It gives the students an opportunity to be engaged with that presentation. They're engaged. They love it. They love the noise. They love the sound. They love the talk. They love the interaction. That's important to them. That's what they need. That's what they want. And if it saves one life in your school, it was worth it.